Hey, what's going on, gamers? I am Lost in Place, the Booster Buster, and I am joined by a very special guest this evening. We've got a very interesting story to tell. I'm joined by Phenom.
What's good, everyone? It's Phenom. Thank you, Lost in Place, for having me today. So, basically, a little bit about myself. I am a Demolition player on the Xbox 360. I've been playing Xbox since my PS3 days back in Modern Warfare 2, and I've recently had some troubles dealing with the spawns in Demolition, and actually recently uploaded a video basically exploiting some of the terrible spawns that are on a certain map on Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah, the video we're talking about, it is annotated in the upper corner there, and basically you get yourself a 76 kill streak in under a minute, and this is due to the terrible spawning in, well, I don't want to say Modern Warfare 3 in general, but was it just the game type, you think?
Well, I think when you are handed a smaller map, and this happened on Dome, by the way, this was one of those instances where, you know, when you have a small map like Dome, it's like there's not that many options. You know, it's a very fast-paced map, regardless of what game mode you're playing. But when you have Demolition, when you have those confined spawns, spawn killing can be much more apparent, and it can kind of lead to some very extreme stuff, like what happened in my video. So basically, as far as other maps go, I think when you start making maps that are more, I don't know, more three-dimensional, I guess, when you have more dimensions to the game, when you start having, you know, more buildings, more stuff that can basically prevent some of the spawn killing, I think that's when you can start opening up the spawns more and not having to worry quite as much about spawn killing.
Now, spawn killing isn't necessarily against the rules. It's definitely not cheating. My viewers and subscribers know me, and they know that I hate with a passion cheaters, boosters, glitchers, hackers, all that jazz, you know. But spawn trapping, spawn killing, it's a part of the game, you know. It's like using noob tube with danger close. It's just you're getting an advantage to win the game. Now, what's going on here? This is a small map, Dome, and yes, there are other places that the other team can spawn, but, like, what are you guys doing? Are you, like, blocking, are you kind of cock-blocking them from spawning in certain areas?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily consider it blocking the spawns. As you guys can see, they could clearly spawn, you know, on any of those designated spawn points. Yes, my teammates were within shooting and killing range of those other spawns, so they were basically screwed from the very start. We had planned for them to spawn in some of those other designated spawns, but what we did not anticipate was for them to spawn in one specific area for such a long period of time. I mean, a minute straight of just spawning in one area. You know, when you have 4, 5, 6 people spawning in one area for a minute straight, I mean, that's just downright ridiculous. And yes, some of the other spawns probably wouldn't have been much better, but I mean, I wasn't really that far away from the spawn, and you know, some of my other teammates had given a decent amount of space to some of the other spawns as well. So what I was just amazed with was just how they were spawning in one specific area for such a long amount of time. I mean, I had never seen anything like that. As you guys may have seen at the beginning of the video, one of my buddies actually puts a SAM turret in one of the middle spawns, and if you guys had heard, apparently Infinity Ward Sledgehammer had patched some of the spawns on Dome. They said that they had 2 new spawns that would spawn them outside of that base, so, you know, it would give them a chance to actually go after the objective, and we actually placed SAM turrets in the middle. So in that case, yes, I think we did block that one middle spawn, but they definitely could have spawned in any other spot.
Well, I don't want to compare this too much to Black Ops, but it does have a lot of relevance because Black Ops is where spawn trapping was absolutely rampant, especially in Demolition mode. And it started on one map, Havana, and basically, you know, you could control where the people spawn, stand right behind them, and then kill them, and that's semi-similar to what you're doing here. But what my worry is that, you know, I know boosters can lock down lobbies where they know everyone in the lobby on both teams. Do you think this could be used where there are 6 people on the shooting team and there's 3 people with 3 split screens on the dying team, and they could just sit there and rack up massive amounts of XP and headshots and whatnot? Do you think that could be done?
Yes, that would be very easy to happen, seeing as how, well, I mean, I wouldn't say that it would be necessarily as easy. I think the kills would probably have to be evenly distributed throughout the players on the attacking team, but you could block the spawns to a certain extent, and what I have actually been trying to figure out is if you can actually replicate what I did. What seemed to have happened with what I did was kind of just like a fluke that they happened to continue to spawn there. Regardless if they would spawn in one specific area, they are going to be spawning in close to each other. They're not going to be spawning really too far away. I'm not sure how successful the boosters would be. I don't think that they could spawn, or they could just sit and camp in one specific area and hope that they would just, replicate what I did, because I truly believe that if I had more ammunition and if I had not ran out of ammo, I truly believe that they would have continued to spawn there. I'm not sure why they continue to spawn there, but regardless, I wouldn't really consider it too much of a danger. I think that it is definitely a bad situation for boosters, but I don't think it's quite as bad as some things that you would have seen in Modern Warfare 2 or Black Ops.
Well, and an interesting thing, I discovered your video last night, and after watching it, and I briefly talked to you, I went and I actually played solo. I jumped in some demolition games, and I got in a couple games of Dome, and I tried really hard to get to the same position you were, and you know what? It worked for brief periods of time, and this is with five random teammates and six other people, who were playing, and it worked. I got myself at one point. I got about a 7 or 8 kill streak before they caught on, but it's easy to duplicate almost.
Yeah, it is. It is very easy to duplicate, but see, the thing that actually concerns me the most, and just kind of concerns me when it comes to the game as a whole, is that the spawns are so unpredictable that, you never really know what's going to happen. You could be in a team, like you said, with 5 other random people and not try to replicate this, and in some instances, it may actually occur again. So it's like, this is such an unpredictable situation that you may be put in, and you never really know if it will happen again, and if it does happen, how long is it going to happen for, Because, when you spawn in one spot for a minute straight, it's almost like like you said, it's almost like you are blocking off the spawns, and it's like they have no other choice. But to be completely honest, I really am worried when it comes to Demolition as a whole. I'm worried that the entire game mode might be taking a huge hit from all this, because it's almost like the spawns are such a problem, and they're so hard to predict. It's like, the entire game mode might, be taking a hit as a whole because of all of this.
Well, I really couldn't agree with you more. I really enjoy Demolition, one of my favorite game types, and unless they do something about the spawn situation, I can easily see this happening on other maps. If people go and they study in private maps where to stand, how to block spawning, because I really think that's what's going on. I think spawning is being blocked, and it's causing them to spawn in certain areas that you know where they're going to appear, and you just sit there. They were doing it in Black Ops. They'd sit there with an M60 and face one spot and hold the trigger down, and eventually, people were popping up and getting kill after kill.
Yep, and it's a serious problem, and I think what a lot of people weren't understanding about my video is that, I may have done that for a while to emphasize how serious the problem really was, but the situation that I was trying to emphasize the most is that this should not be happening in any scenario, whether you're in a private match, whether you're in a public match, whether you're trying to set this up, whether you're just in there just to have some fun. Regardless, this scenario should never even occur at all, and the fact that it did is what worries me the most.
I definitely agree, and I really hope that the viewers that are watching this now, first of all, Phenom, I've been talking to you for a good hour now. You're a legit dude, a good player, and you got a level head on your shoulders. I wish you nothing but the best with your YouTube channel and everything that you do.
Oh, no, I just wanted to thank you again for this opportunity, and just thank you a lot for basically just giving me this opportunity to do a commentary with you and bounce around ideas like civilized people would, because so many people, just start screaming at me, and, they don't actually try to communicate like normal human beings, I guess.
Your intentions are in the right place. What you're trying to do is to show the problem and hopefully get it solved, and that's something that the viewers can do on their own by tweeting this video, tweeting your video to Robert Bowling, to all the guys up there, and make it known, make them aware of what's going on and what they need to do. So